Hello fellow legends, Thornton here, and today we are going to be talking about another death battle while we wait for some more Apex Legends news, and this time it's going to be one of my favorite death battles we'll ever do, because in the Outlands there are rivalries, and then there is this. We're going to be diving into Apex Legends' honestly darkest grudge match. There's going to be Loba, the woman who lost everything as a child, versus Revenant, the man who actually, killed her parents and haunts her every step, causing her to lose everything as a child. And this isn't going to be a death battle where it's about squads. This isn't about ranked. This is a straight up 1v1 death battle. And yes, both fighters can use any weapon lootable in Apex Legends. So strap in, because this one is probably going to be the most personal death battle we've done yet. We're going to go ahead and break down the lore on Revenant first, who began as Caleb Cross, a master assassin working for the Syndicate and Hammond Robotics. But he was killed during a mission, but instead of letting him die, Hammond uploaded his consciousness into a simulacrum shell. If you watch my death battle on Ash, same concept here. This basically turned him, though, into an immortal killing machine. That being said, he didn't know he was dead. For decades, Hammond kept resetting his memory every time he malfunctioned. Essentially, they gaslit him for years. There's a great stories from the Outland if you haven't seen it, from season 4, I believe, with it. It's fantastic. With all that happening, though, when Revenant finally learned the truth, he snapped. He vowed to kill Hammond, the Syndicate, and literally anyone who got in his way. So emotionally speaking, he's one bad day given mental legs and knives for fingers. In terms of his personality, Revenant's sadistic, cruel, detached from morality, obsessed with death, and surprisingly witty in a "your last breath is funny to me" kind of way. He doesn't want happiness, he wants suffering, preferably Loba's. So in terms of his stats and abilities that are going to help him in this fight, he has the passive, which is Assassin's Instinct, which allows for faster crouch walk, higher climb, which is up to 2 times the standard height for other legends, and he detects low health enemies within 30 meters, which is great for flanking and ambushing. His tactical shadow pounce, well, he can go up to a distance of 40 to 60 meters depending on the charge of the jump. The cooldown is 20 seconds, and he can actually double jump out of it post his last rework. He becomes basically a demonic long jump champion, and his ultimate is going to be a huge buff in this fight. It grants 75 bonus HP, blocks incoming damage, and refreshes when Revenant knocks an enemy, and it also grants shadow tactical enhancements. It's basically Overwatch's Genji's Dragon Mode, but worse for everyone around. So weapons Revenant typically would excel with in, lore would be the Flatline, which has a DPS of 180, a body damage of 33, and a time to kill of 0.56 seconds. Along with that, he'd probably also use the Prowler, because the burst fire means Revenant can literally delete someone mid-pounce. The DPS on that is 194, and the time to kill is 0.53 seconds. He also would be a fan of shotguns, such as the EVA 8 and Peacekeeper, because Revenant loves closing distance, and grenades, we're going to go ahead and just say Arc Star, because it can force Loba to teleport. In this fight, though, Revenant has some 1v1 advantages. He can tank damage with Forged Shadows, he's extremely good with ambush potential, and his high burst damage potential when paired with Prowler and Flatline means he can win with melee trades easily on top of that, and he's built for aggression. Weaknesses, though, well, he's got a large hitbox, because, well, in the game, they're all supposed to be the same. In real life, Revenant would be a pretty easy target to hit. Also, once Forged Shadows breaks, he's exposed, and he can be outmaneuvered by mobility legends, and he's predictable when tunneling a kill. Loba can actually exploit these, but let's go ahead and talk about, well, her. Her lore is, well, Loba's childhood ended when Revenant murdered her parents right in front of her. She survived, grew up alone, and became the most skilled thief in the Outlands, but her ultimate goal? Destroy Revenant permanently by locating and destroying his source code. She joined the Apex game specifically to get close to him and uncover clues. This isn't just a fight for her, this is closure. And personality-wise, well, Loba is confident, stylish, can improvise, and she's also calculating. Her emotional core is vengeance, but she hides it behind elegance. Where Revenant kills for fun, Loba kills for purpose. In terms of her stats and abilities to help her in this fight, her passive Eye for Quality, she can see epic and legendary loot through walls. The range of it is 112 meters. It gives her god tier gear control in a 1v1. Her tactical is Burglar's Best Friend, with a throw distance of 71 meters, a cooldown of 30 seconds, and allows instant situational reversal. And she can also escape Revenant's pounce or ambush. The ultimate is the Black Market Boutique, which pulls all loot in a 112 meter radius. It can take 2 items per player, which is just her in this case, and it's great for mid-fight gear switches. The cooldown on it, though, is 90 seconds. In a duel, Loba can literally pull ammo, grenades, guns, even a Kraber if nearby. Now, Loba's weapons preferences, in my personal opinion, are 301. The DPS on that is 189. The time to kill on that is 0.5 seconds. The wingman, I know a lot of people are going to think P2020 because she dual wields it a lot. I'm going to give her the wingman in this one. The headshot on that is 97. The body is 45 with a time to kill of 0.45 seconds with perfect shots. The Volt SMG is another one I think she would prefer in this fight, and the DPS on that is 180 with a time to kill of 0.59 seconds. The reason why I don't see her going for alternator or P2020 unless it's, early in the game is, well, she's going to avoid trash unless desperate. She's a thief, not a masochist. Now, Loba's 1v1 advantages, well, she has the best gear selection in the game, excellent repositioning with the bracelet, can kite Revenant's attacks, and can resource starve Revenant. She's also great with precision weapons. Though, that being said, she does have some weaknesses. She has no damage abilities, limited defensive tools, requires disciplined aim, and she can get punished if her teleport is poorly placed. And she can also get cornered indoors by Shadow Pounce. Where this will be happening is a ruined slum district, tall buildings, tight alleyways, lots of lupins. Think, well, Slum Lakes on the original Kings Canyon map. Phase 1 of this fight is going to be, well, early scouting. Loba will activate her eye for quality, spotting a purple R301, a gold Volt, a purple shield, and a stack of arc stars. She'll use her bracelet to teleport to the balcony and gears up flawlessly. Meanwhile, Revenant would probably be crouch stalking in silence, scanning for his prey. He grabs a flatline, a thermite, a blue shield, and a prowler from a nearby crate. Revenant would then detect Loba's steps with Assassin's Instinct, and he whispers, "Found you." I can't do the voice, just bear with me there. Anyways, at that point, we're going to have our first engagement. Revenant would use Shadow Pounce, crossing 50 meters like a demonic missile. Loba immediately fires the R301 and bursts, 28, 28, 17 damage, and easily strips 73 shield off of Revenant. Revenant would land, sliding into cover, firing the flatline. With Revenant's flatline at 0.56 seconds and Loba's R301 at 0.5 seconds for a time to kill, they are very evenly matched in mid-range, but Revenant's hitbox hurts him here. Loba teleports left, bracelet arc, avoiding Revenant's attempted follow-up pounce. Now, we're moving to the second engagement, which is more of a grenade game. Revenant throws thermite, Loba counters with double arc stars pulled from Black Market. They would then explode. Loba dodges sideways, Revenant tanks some splash, but shrugs it off because, well, robots don't scream. Although he screams a lot, I guess, in lore. Anyways, at this point, Revenant would activate Forged Shadows, and now he goes into his tank mode with 75 extra HP. And we're going to be moving into the close range brawl. Revenant pushes with incredible aggression at this point, and he swaps to the Prowler. At close range, the Prowler time to kill, as we said, was 0.53 seconds, and the R301 is 0.5, and the Volt is 0.59. So Revenant here wins raw numbers, but Loba doesn't fight raw. She teleports mid-spray, a perfect timing read. Revenant slashes the air where she was, not where she teleported, and then Loba reappears on him on high ground and whips out the wingman. Headshot, 97. Body shot, 45. Revenant's shadow armor at this point breaks, and Revenant roars and Shadow pounces upward. And this would be where we get to the final exchange. Revenant lands on the roof as Loba reloads. He charges, she jumps backward off the building, falling. Fire and wingman shots upward. Revenant leaps after her, mid-air slash primed, and everything starts to slow down. Revenant is inches away. Loba is falling backwards, and the wingman, well, the last bullet is chambered, and she fires, and crack, she gets a headshot. Revenant collapses mid-air, tumbling like scrap metal, and Loba lands hard but alive. She walks over, stares at his broken simulacrum shell, and says, "Not enough, but it'll do." And I mean, Revenant always comes back. He's got his brain stored somewhere. But the winner of this fight in a 1v1 is Loba, and why she wins? Gear control. Her passive and ultimate guarantees she gets the superior loadout. Mobility, well, her teleport counters Revenant's pounce 90% of the time. Range control, Loba chooses where fights happen. Revenant has to react to that. And precision weapons, well, her wingman or R301 outperforms Revenant's rush if she plays smarter. And the hitbox difference, well, Loba's skinny, except in that one area that you guys are all thinking of, and then Revenant, refrigerator with attitude. And emotional motivation, Loba has purpose. Revenant has anger. And in my opinion, purpose wins. But that's going to be our death battle today. We'll do another one tomorrow. Let me know down in the comments below what two legends you guys would like to see paired up in a death battle. And until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.